Good morning, good-looking people, and you're good-looking because you're always looking, and of course, you are finding the good in everything and in everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you had a great and successful and a healthy week. Today we're doing the Hayom Yom for the 6th of Nissan. Today's Hayom Yom is all about structure, having a game plan as opposed to winging it and just speculating and trying to figure something out. People that have a game plan and they have a structure in place and they go out to get something done, they're able to execute better than those who just show up and try to figure out and hope it all works out for the best. Today's Hayom Yom is all about the Rebbe explaining that if we come out with a game plan and we do things correctly, which means doing it in the way of Chassidus with a warm heart and the right structure, will be more effective in reaching people and communicating to them than to just try to wing it and show up. So let's read the Hayom Yom today inside, and then I'll share with you a little bit of a note about the Rebbe's campaigns, about the 10 mitzvah campaigns that he had in the 80s and onward. So for the 6th of Nissan, reading inside, it says, experience has shown that when one limits his speculation about what to do and works instead in a structured and determined way, but simultaneously according to this Torah's pleasant ways, that the right hand draws near and the left hand pushes away, he will certainly have an effect on others. This is particularly true with regards to the communicating of the fundamental principles of our faith. So again, as the Rebbe is saying here in Hayom Yom, that if we come to people and we act in a way of structure, in a way of warmth, in the way of Chassidus, and we say, bringing closer with the right hand and pushing away in the left hand, which is a very common phrase used in many places, that we will be more effective in reaching people, especially in communicating the principles of our faith and Judaism. So when the Rebbe had the campaign in the 80s, and he started with the big mitzvah campaign, and then they launched these big mitzvah tanks, these big RVs, these motorhomes that had Jewish media on them and bullhorns, and they were going to the street and pushing the mitzvahs from tefillin and candles and etc. There were many people that were objecting to the concept of pushing this type of outreach. What their concept was, wait a second, before we go out there and start pushing these campaigns, we need to take some time, we need to educate people, start teaching them about the mitzvahs. Once they learn about the mitzvahs, then they can start putting on the tefillin, and then they can start lighting candles and whatever the other campaigns were. And more of an intellectual approach. And the Rebbe wasn't having it. The Rebbe said, take it to the streets. Push it out. You'll be surprised on what's going to happen. And it says he used the concept from Matan Torah, that when the Jewish people got the Torah, they said, Nasa v'nishma. First we will do, and then we will listen. And that was what the Rebbe's campaign was all about. Just get it out there, let the people do first, and then they'll figure it out and they'll learn more, etc., etc. And it says, when you go back and you look at the stories, and we're still ongoing stories, how many people were affected by a tefillin on the streets, by a tefillin in your office, by different mitzvah campaigns, that the first thing that they know about Judaism was somebody reached out to them. Somebody brought them to a nice Friday night dinner, or whatever, that warmth, whatever it was that somebody communicated to them. That's what created that effectiveness. That's the Lubavitch, the mitzvah tank, the mobile that went out to the streets and that continues to go out into the world. The Rebbe affected hundreds and thousands of cities immediately just by these campaigns. So the message of the day is that we need to have structure, we need to do things correctly, but at the same time, we need to come in with a Hasidic approach, a warmth approach. We talked about the other day in the Hayom Yom about kavod, having a warm heart, having good energy. By having good energy and reaching out from your heart, you will reach somebody else the same way. Have a wonderful day. It is Shabbos, so remember to please try and take on Shnei Mikra V'Echad Targum. If you can do a couple psukim, that's great. If you can get an aliyah or multiple aliyahs, or even finish the entire parsha, it's a great segula for you and your family. Have a great Shabbos. Wishing you all the best.